Hi, this is Pastor Mark of Living Word Church. This is my newly made aquaponics system. I've got some tomatoes growing here and broccoli growing over here. You can see right down there is the top of a Sprite bottle, which is part of my high-tech bell siphon. I'm using sand gravel on top and river rock underneath it. I was having trouble finding the exact size. I didn't want to foot the bill for the expanded clay. I tried perlite, way too light, and it wants to float. So it's really not useful for this application. So don't go there. All right. So this is what's happening. I've got underneath a what used to be our rain barrel, and in that is a few bluegill and a small bullhead catfish. I feed them. We're pumping the water out into this hose. There's a pump driving into this tank right here. And what you see floating in there is polyfill from a pillow. And that provides a medium for bacteria to grow, which converts the ammonia in the water to nitrates. At least that's the idea. So that's constantly working. That's full. I have it flowing from there through here out into the grow bed, which you can see there's river rock here. Might be hard to see in the video. River rock here, and then the sand gravel here. The water gets up to about this level, and so what I did is I made sure when I put the plants in that I stopped this process exactly where it was about ready to siphon out, and made sure that when I put the plants in, they were going to touch water. And it took some tweaking to get that siphon to work. All that is electrical components that goes through the bottom. I'll show you. Sorry about that, it'll make you dizzy. As you can see right here in this plastic container, let me see if I can get into a position where you can see it good. All right, these are electrical components, male and female fitting. And you can get those in the electrical shop. They're 1 inch, and they just screw together. Now the rubber grommets are simply rubber washers that I purchased at Lowe's. I got all this stuff at Lowe's. And what I had to do was, because the rubber washers were not big enough around to fit on their own, I had to cut them with a razor blade to make them fit. All right, but it was a lot less expensive than trying to special order something in. And this originally was going to be another part of the system. I'll probably use it for something later. But anyway, that gives you an idea of how that goes together. Okay, that's exactly what's going through the bottom. And then there's a PVC pipe, a 1 inch PVC pipe stuck into that comes up. And you can see that PVC pipe where the bottle is over top of it. That's all it is. It's that simple. Now going out underneath, coming out the bottom, as you can see right here, see that PVC pipe? Well, underneath you need to have it longer than that, and I have it about, a foot long or so. And then there's a 45-degree angle piece on the bottom, and that is for the purpose of tweaking the bell siphon. Because what happens is if it's going straight down, then it doesn't want to necessarily start siphoning when it's time, because the water's going down too fast. It needs something to restrict it. So you restrict it by putting I just use a 45-degree, I have it coming down, and then I have a 90-degree coming off of it, and a 45-degree on the end of that, which then I can twist. All right, none of these PVC pipes that are fit together here are glued at all. So I just tweak that angle, and that restricts the water just enough to allow this siphon to work properly. And you have to play with it, because as you add rock to your system, you'll have it working. When it's empty, you go, hurrah, it's working. Then you add rock to the system, and it changes the flow of the water. So if you will tweak it as you go, and just turn it just minute amounts to tweak it, and then watch it and give it time to see if it's going to work, because it takes a good 30 seconds or more for it to kick in and then for it to stop. You have to make sure that the process stops once it's started, and that the water flows completely down to the bottom before it starts to refill. So you want to make sure that the water drains and then begins to refill. And until you have that, you're still tweaking your siphon. Okay, relatively simple operation once you figure out how to tweak that siphon. But that's easily done with that fitting at the bottom. If you have any more questions, you can just send me an email. Be happy to answer. I hope you enjoyed this short little video. If you have any more questions, just get a hold of me, and I'll be glad to answer what I can. This is an experiment, and I'm hoping to do a lot more with this in the days ahead. We'll see how these plants do. Thank you for your time.